Shalom, shalom, everybody. It is your brew, Ban Shemayim. That's me. Here with another one. Thank y'all for tuning in with me, Thawada. And without further ado, we're going to get into these videos. Now, today's videos are going to be about, I just brought up this video, matter of fact, to add to the other videos. Today's video was supposed to be about the guy who got dismembered and lynched in Mississippi, and it links to the video I'm gonna have later on this evening, which is gonna be about different nations, even our own nation, saying that we should get over slavery, or that slavery wasn't that bad. So because of that, I wanted to go into these incidents because I'm not gonna play that many of them. It's too many videos in the next video. It's too many videos to watch to play all of these videos. So I just wanted to play incidents, and I'm probably gonna have a video like this once every couple of months where we go through and keep up with what's happening with how the police is treating us and how we're being treated in this country, right? So without further ado, let's get into it. This first video is called Body Camera Footage Released a Black Man Arrested While Taking Out Trash. It's from Good Morning America. Everybody, well, if you watch football, you know who that man is. He played for the New York Giants, won the Super Bowl. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Newly released body camera
Michael Strahan, in case you didn't know.
footage of Los Angeles police arresting a black man who was simply taking out the trash. TJ Holmes talked to Antone Austin and his girlfriend about the incident, and he joins us now with more. Good morning, TJ.
Good morning, Stray. And add now to the lexicon of hashtags, taking out the trash while black. We're about to show you video of an incident that took place nearly 2 years ago, but we're only seeing it now as part of a racial profiling lawsuit against the LAPD. Many parts of this you will find disturbing and chilling to hear police admit as they're arresting this man that we don't know who we're looking for.
You're hearing the desperate screams of Antone Austin, a black man who was simply taking out his trash when two Los Angeles police officers approached to arrest him. Relax! This newly released body cam footage shows part of the disturbing incident from May of 2019. The LAPD was responding to a domestic violence call. But police spot Austin from their vehicle taking out his trash and listen as they decide to approach him.
Turn around, because I told you to turn around. What are you doing, bro? I live here. All right, we got a call. We got a. Okay, man. I don't know who I'm looking for yet. Come on, step. Turn around, man. What is your problem, dude?
You hear the officer admit he doesn't have a suspect description, but continues to arrest Austin, who continues to question the police. Tensions rise.
Michelle! Dude, what are you doing?
Austin yells for help. His girlfriend says she heard Austin's screams from the shower and rushed outside, trying to intervene, and ends up in the struggle and is disrobed in the process.
Stop! For what?
Both were arrested. The couple is now suing the city of Los Angeles.
What was your reaction once you went back and actually saw it all play out and you got to actually hear the officers in the car before they got out?
In your mind, you want to say to yourself, oh, you know, the first thing, oh, this happened because I'm black. And then you won't want to be that petty. You don't want to be that small. You don't want to really believe that people's thinking is really that on that low of a scale, right? And then when you watch the footage and you hear the guy in the car, you know, like the girl in the 911 call told them to go to a restaurant that was 3 blocks away from my house.
Austin's neighbor, who made that initial 911 call about her ex-boyfriend, did not give a description of him to the dispatcher. That neighbor can be seen in the video telling the officers Austin was not the man she called about, but they continue with the arrest. The attorney for Austin calls this a clear case of racial profiling.
Okay, we're gonna end this video right here. So this is just adding on further proof, y'all, because people like to throw out. So this is, remember these videos for the video that come out later today, because people like to throw out, oh, if they would have just listened, or if they weren't being criminals, or they always have an excuse. So you know I'm not reaching when I say walking down the street while black, taking out the garbage while black, standing on the corner store, standing at in front of the corner store while black, stopped at a red light while black, driving while black. This is not this is not me making up any stories. This is actual what we go through on a daily basis, in and out throughout our daily basis. We go through this. So that's the reason we going through these videos, to put emphasis on the fact that look, Joe Biden, they was about to burn the country down. And most of those was gay. No offense to homosexuals, but we didn't come to find out that Fatifa, whatever they called, the people who were actually causing the disturbances with the Black Lives Matter movement are actually like support homosexuals and all of that as well. I don't know if they're gay. That's just what I've heard. Don't take this as full evidence. It's just what I've heard. I haven't seen enough evidence to fully justify that statement. But I do believe, according to what I've heard, is that yeah, they support both sides. And they ramped up the violence in 2020, where we got blamed for it. Buildings on fire, and they show black people protesting like as if we did it. Comes out later, it was white people throwing bricks in the buildings, white people lighting up fire. A lot of that was not even our people, but yet we took the blame for it. That was in 2020. There's been more of us killed by police since 2020, more than in 2020. We don't have that same energy. You understand? And not just by police, by regular people. Regular people are doing things to try to kill us, putting nooses places, dismembering bodies. You understand? A church lady got ran over by a car. So these stories, I'm putting out these stories not to be like, oh, the woe is me, the woe is me. But people don't understand what we go through every single day. Every single day. I bet you his wife had probably, or the girl, whoever he was with, it looked like she was a European chick. I bet you she probably had told him, man, you probably just think the world is too against you sometimes. That's why he had that mindset where he said, I was trying to think that it couldn't be because I was black. Because every other person would have knew immediately this is happening because I'm black. Taking out the trash while black. He was like, I was trying to push it away as if like this couldn't be because I was black, but it was. There's no way to push it. There's no way to go with it. All right. So let's get to the next video. This video is not police.
Right here, buddy. Right here. Tell me what you were doing. Burning out, racing through my neighborhood. Burning out, racing through my neighborhood. You not to. Get out of my face. I'm not in your face. Get out of my neighborhood. Who got a gun? Who got the gun? The guy who's got a permit to carry it. You got a gun?
You're the one that would get a gun.
All right. All right.
Get out of this neighborhood.
All right.
Get out of this neighborhood. You don't belong here, brother.
But y'all want to smash the window? Smash the window?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
You smashed the window, huh?
Well, y'all driving like idiots.
Right here, buddy. Right here. Tell me what you were doing. Burning out, racing through my neighborhood. Burning out, racing through my neighborhood. You not to. Get out of my face. I'm not in your face. Get out of my neighborhood. Who got a gun? Who got the gun? The guy who's got a permit to carry it. You got a gun?
You're the one that would get a gun.
All right. All right.
Get out of this neighborhood.
All right.
Get out of this neighborhood. You don't belong here, brother.
But y'all want to smash the window? Smash the window?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
You smashed the window, huh?
Well, y'all driving like idiots.
Okay. So as we see from this story right here, is a young black man. Can't tell what type of car is that. If that was a Benz or a Asian car, I couldn't tell. It looked like a foreign car though. But young black man. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm not big on cars and stuff, but young black man, young black teen, and his friend driving through a neighborhood. these people accused him of racing through the neighborhood. They accused him of racing through the neighborhood. So if they were racing through the neighborhood, how did y'all flag them down with a gun and break their window and damage their car? And then telling them, get out of here. You don't belong in this neighborhood. See, and people act like, hey, y'all act like we still in the 1950s or the 1920s. Y'all act like that. Y'all act like, look at what they doing to the young man. And then she said, you're the one who should run, who would run and go get a gun. No, actually, lady, y'all put the gun out on the young man and his friend. You lucky this young man wasn't one of them thugs, because y'all would have probably ended up dead waving a gun in front of a thug who just cruising down the street, just having a good day. And he got his weapon on him, probably dirty. Y'all come out waving a weapon, what you think the thug would have done? He would have shot you. But this young guy, no gun. Obviously, he's not trying to be a thug. Listen to how he was allowing them to vent their frustration to him without the response back. He was actually withholding his emotions till he got back to the car. Like, man, y'all damaged my car. Let's go through that again.
Right here, buddy. Right here. Tell me what you were doing. Burning out, racing through my neighborhood. Burning out, racing through my
told you not to.
Get out of my face.
I'm not in your face. Get out of my neighborhood.
Who got a gun? Who got the gun?
The guy who's got a permit to carry it.
You got a gun?
You're the one that would get a gun.
All right. All right.
Get out of this neighborhood.
All right.
Get out of this neighborhood. You don't belong here.
But y'all want to smash the window? Smash the window?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
You smashed the window, huh?
Well, y'all driving like
She said, well, y'all driving like idiots and being loud. Like, they encroaching all up in this dude's face. Yelling at him. Broke his window. Damaged his car. Stopped him at gunpoint. Man, look. They lucky they picked the right one. They lucky they picked the right. If they picked the wrong one, all them people would have been laid out there. Either from fisticuffs. Because the dude with the gun, the moment I got out and you started tucking that gun away, you were the first person I'm going after. I'm about to knock you down and take your gun away from you. Oh yeah, we come from we come from that era that we did that. We would beat you at the moment we saw you put your. If you think that you could just pick your gun up and shoot somebody within like 0.2 seconds, you are sadly mistaken. It don't work like that. If you're not prepared with your gun and you ease your gun for 1 second, oh, me being a young black teen, I'd have got you. I probably knocked all them dudes out and caught somebody to jump on a woman because I don't hit women. And I'd have left with that gun. That'd have been my gun. You damaged my car, I probably wouldn't even reported it. We grew up in a different era, but I would have left with that gun. And if they reported that stolen, then I would have reported the incident. It was for my own safety. They put a gun on me. They stopped my car and damaged my car. I'd have took videos and pictures, you know. But back then we really just didn't call the police and report stuff. In the era we grew up in. So this is more proof. These aren't even officers, y'all. These aren't officers. These aren't police authorities. I don't know if they consider themselves the neighborhood watch. Look at how this. Look how this dude dressed like he just got off of work at Renner Center. Like, look, these dudes are evil. Hands on his hips. And this is what I'm saying. They'll act like they were the right ones. You hear the whole time they acting like they did nothing wrong. Well, you shouldn't have been driving down our street fast, making all that noise. Maybe the dude's car got a loud engine. What if he wasn't even going fast? Because it doesn't make logical sense if the dude was floating down these streets going 50 to 70 miles an hour. How did you stop him? How did you stop him? They just waved a gun while he was going 70 and he was just like, I gotta stop. No, I gotta stop. So it don't make sense. And that's why we're going through this, is because these people will, like I say later in the video, they say it's not that bad. You should get over slavery. if we weren't dealing with the things we're dealing with now, people probably wouldn't bring up slavery. If we had our own country and we're getting recession payments from the countries who did us wrong, I highly doubt that we would care. We wouldn't talk about slavery as much anymore. I mean, we would care. It's part of our history. But we wouldn't bring it up all the time. We bring it up because literally in 2023, like we might not work on cotton fields, but most of us work in somebody's job for somebody. You get what I'm saying? Which that's what most of the world does. But most of the world aren't treated like us. Like I said, it is an offense to be black in driving or walking or whatever in so many places. Majority of this country, it is an offense just to be out and about while black, which is sad. And that's why we're going through this type of stuff, y'all. All right, let's get over here. This is here go another one. I'm gonna have to read it. I thought it was gonna say. It says the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation has opened an investigation. Police share body cam video after officers shot a black man, possibly holding a vape pen. So they ran in this man's house, Columbus, Ohio. No reason. I mean, we don't know the reason. The story hasn't told us the reason. Let's keep going. It says a black man shot and killed by police may have been holding a vape pen. So this dude wasn't even holding a gun. And they broke into his house and shot him. You see that? He just sitting there. Dude, it don't look like dude got anything on either. It look like dude just bare bones naked up in the crib, laying in the bed. That is weird to be on your bed just naked like that. No cover on the mattress. No, like nothing. That's super weird. But maybe washing. We don't know. Maybe it's his wash day and he don't have a lot. It be like that when you pour it sometimes. So maybe he just washing. Anyways, he had the crib minding his own business. So the first thing they do is open the door and shoot him. Look, and it's showing. It's not going to show the shooting, but it's showing the door open. It says they were serving an arrest warrant in Columbus apartment. A 20-year-old victim appears to be. He was only 22. The 20-year-old victim appears to sit up in bed with something in his hand. So dude was just laying in the bed vaping, and they bust in his room and shot him. Right? Just like that officer who was off duty and walked into the man's home when he was smoking a blunt and eating ice cream and shot and killed that dude. See, so this is why we bringing it up. You can't act like this stuff don't happen. You can't act like the transgender just killed people and guess what they said? It was a tragedy on both sides. These are only one-sided tragedies. It's not a tragedy on the officer's side. The officer should be buried under the jail. And let me tell you, America is going through her Black Roses stage. That Trey song. Black roses from my dying love. And now we're breaking up. Right? So like America is going through their Black Roses stage. So don't think this is going to continue. As this country falls away, when y'all lose y'all police badge and your police privileges because they can't afford to pay you, and no, how you going to protect yourself then? In this coming time, yeah, we going to get it bad. But let me tell you, y'all got something coming. Y'all will not get away with this type of stuff. God is watching everything. The whooping y'all got coming is forever. It's forever. All right. So let's get to the last video. And this is the reason that I wanted to make it was this. This is from our buddy, our bro, our brew, our boy, our homie, Moxie approved. Another one. He drops fire videos, y'all. It says rapper allegedly lynched. And he's one of the only people who came from the rapper standpoint and put the lyrics, and he got out in front of the people because you knew they would look at his lyrics and use the lyrics against him because he ended up dead, right? So it says rapper allegedly lynched, White supremacist body left dismembered after being reported to cops, right? And this is by Moxie approved. I don't know how I didn't give that a like yet. I got you, Moxie. I just gave you a like. I didn't watch this before. All right, so I was supposed to make this video weeks ago, but I just kept pushing it off. I think he probably dropped this about 10 days ago, and the day after he dropped it, it dropped on a couple other news stations. I said, man, we gotta get this guy's story out, and just stuff came up dealing with my back, making the videos I was already making. I just pushed it down the street, so I had to get this out the way. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Carter were found south of Taylorsville on Wednesday.
Do what they saying now. Do what they saying now. Yeah.
He said, me and the owner of this company not seeing eye to eye, mama.
The person who had his credit card is likely to have encountered him while he was alive.
What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Welcome back to Moxie Approved. Rasheem Carter out of Fayette, Mississippi has one of the most gruesome stories of murder you will ever hear of homicide in modern American history. Will probably begin as a workplace dispute, ended in his remains being discovered in such a grotesque fashion that I've ever heard in my personal life.
Do what they saying now. Do what they saying now. Yeah.
But before we get...
Y'all see that at the bottom? It said Black Jesus Productions. Let's keep it going.
To this story, please do me a favor, if you haven't yet, hit the like button and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Apply pressure to that subscribe button. But I personally want to say, this particular story was hard for me to cover, and I think as many people possible as we can need to hear about this story. You know, I don't always say that about my videos.
This game.
Look, and I agree with him. As many people as possible really need to hear this. So that's why I'm covering it as well. Let's get it.
I heard they nigga looking for me, they can come and get it. I'ma have your body missing, drop it in the river. Pull up on you, pistol whoop you, and kidnap your children. I'm the hardest nigga flowing up in Mississippi.
Rasheem Carter was a star athlete in high school, a beloved local rapper.
What I done been through, but I just bought a chopper shooting 7.62. I'm with the...
But different from a lot of rappers, he also had a degree in welding and cutting from Hines Community College in Utica. Now, this degree scored him a job for a lumber company in Taylorsville, Mississippi, which he used to support his daughter.
He was dutifully and gainfully employed, just trying to make a living for his young child.
Now, this degree scored him a job for a lumber company in Taylorsville, Mississippi, which he used to support his young daughter.
25-year-old Rasheem Carter of Fayette was contracted to work in Smith County last year.
Now, shortly after he got this job, he was placed in an unfortunate situation where he was assigned a hotel which was miles away from the actual workplace. The motel was in Laurel, Mississippi, and his workplace was in Taylorsville, Mississippi, which they say is approximately 20 miles away from each other. To get to work, Rasheem was granted rides from a guy at this workplace whose name has been withheld, and we're not going to mention from legal purposes on this video.
That's crazy. We should know that man's name. If I knew that man's name, I would call him out. I might Facebook him. What's up? Whatever your name is.
But this unidentified man is very important in this case because later on, Rasheem was reported to get into some sort of dispute with this man.
He said, me and the owner of this company not seeing eye to eye, mama.
Whatever this dispute was, it was so ferocious that this man refused to give Rasheem a ride to work after that.
His name, which I can't say at this time, but if anything happened to me, he's responsible for it. I'm too smart, mama. He got these guys wanting to kill me.
So moving forward, Rasheem.
So he texts his mom. His mom is reading a text message. He said, whatever, if something happens to me, mama, I'm too smart. This dude is trying to kill me. Man, And what's so sad is the brother had the guns in the videos. Man, I wish he'd have had the gun with him. At least he could have took some of them back with him. In that type of situation, I hate to say it, but if they gonna kill you and hurt and do this type of stuff to you, man, it would have been nice to see the brother with the gun, and he could have took some out with him. But they can't escape their punishment. They can't. Jail ain't gonna be enough punishment, and they can't escape what got coming for them. Let's keep it going.
Team had to find a way to get back to work, where they say that he was offering $100 for a ride from the workplace back to his motel, which he didn't succeed in. He couldn't get anybody to give him a ride back to his motel. So they said that he walked by himself to the motel. It was here where he called his mom and reported to his mom that there were 3 white vans that was following him on his walk back to the motel.
She got heckin' when my mama cried. He killed my daddy over 20, left me traumatized. He killed my dad about a bitch that left me traumatized. This shit got heckin' when my granny died. This shit got heckin' when my mama cried.
Now, Tiffany Carter, which is his mom, she instructed Rasheem immediately to go to the police department and report this, which he did. Now, here's where the true mystery starts. Tiffany Carter reported that her son went to the Taylorsville Police Department twice to report this incident, 2 separate occasions, and that he went there to state to this police these men were following him and he had a fear for his life. Now, the Taylorsville Police Department say that Rasheem never really revealed that he had such a fear for his life when he went to this police department. In fact, the only thing that the police and Tiffany Carter agreed upon is that Rasheem had asked for a ride, which the police department turned him down by stating that we were not a taxi service and that they told him that this was out of their jurisdiction. The motel was too far out of their jurisdiction for them to rightfully give him a ride. Now, that part is very important because Rasheem never returned to his motel after he left that police station. You see, Rasheem went missing for a while.
The Smith County Sheriff says the remains of Rasheem Carter were found south of Taylorsville on Wednesday.
Carter was last seen outside a Super 8 hotel at the beginning of October in Laurel, which is half an hour from where he had been contracted to work in Taylorsville at Georgia Pacific.
Till one day, his remains were found by a property owner who had a gaming camera set up that he reported to see some man on this camera.
According to law enforcement, a landowner had a game camera set up in that area, and when the camera was checked last week, a picture of a man was seen on the camera. The landowner turned the footage in to authorities and a search for Carter began.
And the next time Rasheem was ever to be seen by his family was in a condition so grotesque, I can't show an actual picture of his remains. That's how grotesque it was.
I've been a Mississippian for all 46 years of my life, and I've never heard of a crime this horrific in my life.
In fact, the only thing I can do, unfortunately, is I can give you a description as revealed by the lawyer, Ben Crump.
His head was severed from his body. His vertebrae, his spinal cord, was in another spot they discovered away from his severed head. They have recently found remains that they believe are also Rasheem Carter.
Now, throughout this video, I've played clips of the rapper Rasheem, or shall I say, Sheen the GOAT.
Everybody that witch.
Hey.
This is a truly sad story, y'all. Truly sad. And that's why I ended. I mean, all the other videos, this one is crazy, right? Let's keep it going.
Fuck with me and I'm killing everybody that witch. With the bitch shit, I don't stop, boy, I'm still gonna get you. When I send them boys at you, I bet.
This guy, it seemed like he really enjoyed making music. And to be honest, I know you guys really like to hear when rappers have to give up the ghost. But to be in all honesty and fairness to Rasheem Carter and his family, this had nothing to do with his rap career. Rasheem was a working man.
He was dutifully and gainfully employed, just trying to make a living for his young child.
Now, the biggest question of this case is if the cops had something to do with this or not.
And ends up dead, chased by what we believe to be white supremacists, a lynch mob.
Because Mississippi, they're stuck in the 50s. I don't know if some of y'all been paying attention, but recently it was revealed that they're trying to bring back Jim Crow laws in this state. Yeah, they're definitely stuck in the 50s.
You say HB 1020 and SB 2889 are an insult and a distraction, taking power away from the citizens of our capital city while we waste critical hours sitting around and letting hospitals close and our people die. You go on to say these bills are what modern day Jim Crow looks like.
I think this case...
Look, man, y'all can watch the rest of the video. Like I say, I'm gonna leave the end of the video so y'all can watch the rest of his breakdown. We gonna get into the scriptures, man. Listen, this is my thing, man. It's sad. And he told his mom, he said, "Ma, these dudes trying to kill me." He told his mom, man, he knew something was up. He knew something was up, man. It's so sad because the brother not here, so it's nothing he could do now. I wish the brother would have had a gun. At least if he'd have had a gun, he could have took some of them out. Because I can't even imagine how terrified he was not having a gun and being defenseless in that type of situation. At least if you got a gun, look, man, I got 10 to 17, brother. I got 10 to 17. Somebody getting something. I won't be the only one. If y'all behead me, y'all gonna do it with some holes in you. And that's just, I feel so sad for the dude. I wish he had a gun. That way, like, you know, just wish your brother had a gun. It's really sad. It's a messed up story, y'all. And it's more stuff like this happening. Teachers putting up, and it's more stuff like this, nooses being found. This is happening a lot. Crosses still getting burned on people's yards, y'all. Crosses are still being burned on people's yards. So I want to hear from people, especially from the Gentiles, that y'all need to stop complaining about what y'all go through. Because you know, there's white people will say that the lowest people in America is the middle class white male. You know the middle class white male make more than poor people? And majority of our people are poor. So get out of here. How is y'all the lowest in society? Is the middle class white man the most locked up? The most imprisoned? Has the lowest poverty status? No, they don't. Matter of fact, let's get into these scriptures, brother. So we're gonna start off right here. We're gonna start off with Proverbs 6 and 16, 16, right? It says, "These 6 things doeth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look," right? Like, remember that video where the guys had cornered the young black male driving a car, the black teen, right? Driving a car, they cornered him. They had that proud look. He had his hands on his shoulder. "We're right, you're wrong. Get out our neighborhood. Shouldn't be driving through our neighborhood fast." You just make up any excuse because then they got one, right? That proud look. A lying tongue. A lying tongue. Police officers are the king of lies. That's why I don't like liars. I don't like to lie. Police officers are the king of liars. They'll literally make up a story. "Oh, no. Well, he was resisting arrest. He was fighting like a wild hog." Like, they'll literally make up a story. Like, they'll have no reason to pull you over, and you'll get arrested for assaulting an officer and resisting arrest. They literally have no other charges for you. Because they just gonna put you in a choke code and try to throw you on the ground. And once you move to get comfortable, because it's just natural, they gonna say you're fighting, right? And hands that shed innocent blood, right? See, so God hates these things, and they gonna get punished for these, right? A heart that devises wicked imaginations. So for those people to dismember that man, take his head off, take his spine out, oh, there's punishment. There's punishment to come for that, right? "Feet that be swift and running to mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies, right? Like those officers, once again, liars, who told the boy's parents, oh, he didn't sound like he was in danger or he felt threatened for his life. He just said he wanted a ride, and we told him, we're not a taxi service. And he that soweth discord among brethren. And what's so messed up, they say, we're not a taxi service. But I've seen police follow you from a whole area of town to wait to get back into their jurisdiction before they flick you, before they pull you over. Flick means to get put over. Before they pull you over so they could arrest you or harass you. All right, so next one is Genesis 9:6, right? It says, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. Right? Like, and that's what I'm saying. That they got a punishment coming to them for what they did to this young brother. This is Matthew 7:23, right? We're going to start at 21. It says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. And notice, I guarantee most of these dudes consider themselves Christians. I guarantee even that lady and all those guys who pulled out the gun, surrounded the young black guy with the car, beat up his car, broke his window, all of that, I guarantee they would consider themselves Christian and say they have a relationship with God. Those officers that the young black man wouldn't talk to, the young black male, he's only 20 years old, went to go talk to, I bet you they would say they're Christians and believe in God, and God hears them, right? It's funny. It's funny. It's not like funny, it's sad, but it's actually kind of funny because this is what they would say. We're Christians, we believe in God. Well, a Christian would have said, hey, Jimmy, aren't you going to be getting off shift soon? This guy is real worked up. He says he's in danger. Why don't you give this guy a ride back to his hotel, make sure he makes it safe? The police might have had something to do with it. Right? So it's not everyone that saith, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. See, because none of these people are doing the will, including up to the people who killed this man, disassembled his body, the modern day lynching. The modern day lynching. This is how they going. This is probably their new way of destroying us, right? It says, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Right? So, all these officers, these different people doing this different stuff, and they claim to be Christians and love God. Let me tell you, we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see what side you stand on. Because you're not standing up for it. You're not standing out against it. As a matter of fact, most of y'all silently try to put the blame on us. I say, well, these guys are always acting ignorant and this and that. A lot of y'all put the blame on us. Walk in our shoes. Walk in our shoes. People always, like we talked in the last video, they're always saying, if you're poor, pull yourself up from the bootstraps. Let me tell you, white people be saying they poor when they medium class. They parents together be making like $180,000 a year, and they'll say they're poor. I don't want to hear this. We were poor. We pulled ourselves up from the bootstrap. Anytime I've seen white people in the hood, where they living like everybody else, making $20,000 to $30,000, if they have a job, when they could keep a job, right? Those people ain't getting pulled up by their bootstraps. It's not happening. You put that expectation on us. You expect so much of us. Let me tell you, you need to worry about what God expects out of y'all. Because y'all got butt whoopings coming. You think you're going to get away with this? You think God is just watching this and it's cool? He got something for you. He got something for you. Let's hit this next one. Matthew 5:21 says, Ye have heard that it was said to them in old time, Thou shalt not kill. And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Right? Anybody who kills is in danger of the judgment, right? But I say to you that whosoever is angry with his brother without cause shall be in danger of the judgment. Because y'all live in this weak time now, right? To where because you think away and you feel away, you're scared. Well, it was for our protection. Why do you need to be more protected than the people you're serving for police officers? And as a white person, what makes you need to be more protected than anybody else in the country? What separates you to make you have to have a higher protection, or any Gentile nation, Arab, whoever you are? What makes y'all think y'all need more protection when the people who've been assaulted and left unprotected the entire time have been rocking without it? Right? So we gonna end this one with that. It's a longer video than I thought. I do have the part 2 coming out. Stay tuned for that later. All right. So if y'all like the video or you didn't like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. And let's hop in the chat and talk about this. I hope the chat's on fire with this. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to answer all of the other questions because I was stumbled by the one lady's question, which I answered in the last video. Or the one lady's comment, which I answered in the last video, responded in the last video. So I hadn't responded. So I'm gonna respond to everybody's comments, and then tomorrow or over this weekend, and let's talk about it, man. Let's hop in this video. Let's talk about this video. I want to know, what do y'all think? First off, we know I put all the other stories to set up that this happens to us a lot. It's not like it happens once in a while. It happens a lot. But that last story is sad. The dude told his mama. He wrote her in the text message, Mama, they trying to kill me. They think I'm stupid. If I die, this dude killed me. If you go into the other information, she read the text message. It goes even deeper. She said, Mama, he said, Mama, this dude is trying to kill me. He think I'm stupid. He got these white vans with all these guys following me around. He was scared. He was scared. He told her. And guess what? His boss isn't a suspect. Think about this. His boss isn't a suspect. None of the police officers are considered suspects. Right now, as we speak, as far as I've looked up in that case, there are no suspects for his murder. Head in one area, spinal cord in another, body disassembled, mutilated, and moved from one place to another. It's sad, man. It's really sad. So on that note, I just want to say thank you for watching the video. Thawada, Kala Hayaba Shimyashai, which is all praises to the Most High in the name of his son. Shalom, which is peaceful greetings, and Barakatah, which is bless you. And on that note, I want to say peace out. Peace, Barakatah, Kwam Yasharala. Kwam Yasharala. Because we're going to rise up. They will not do this forever. Love y'all, Barakatah. Shalom.